Yeah. Luke admits he's a hoe, damn. Luke dum dum dum.
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys.
See, dum dum dum.
Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and...
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Yeah, he was.
It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Luke, play your goddamn league game.
It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns.
By the way, Luke, check YouTube.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in.
Oh, Bubba, did you see CJ posted earlier?
And as a team, you start to feel a little
Yeah, I
bit
watched
snake
his
bit. They
video.
need something good to happen right now, so they know it's
I
not
haven't
just
watched the
them,
other one
they
from the
can
other
get
day,
the
though,
makings of
yet.
a good team.
3-0 versus 0-3 will
I haven't watched the one on the road from the other day yet.
in week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th is a Viking, Kirk Cousins. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Oh, what a move. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the
I literally missed.
featured back. You put
I
the
failed
ball
that
in,
fucking
good things
because I was laughing at that comment.
with 1,557 yards, and that's now back to 1,000-yard season.
Yeah.
With 30
Shit.
combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Get your
These are
bitch
his numbers
ass
from last
down.
week's contest. 7 catches, 97 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself all the way through.
Get the hell
Excuses
down.
for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
What are you on, Luke?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
My mom won't go for your retarded ass.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Throwing is Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give them a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
And Allen's not even home.
Magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a beat.
Oh, that's into double coverage. Intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. Might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hand.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive and interception. How will he handle it?
And I think
a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Big connection on that one. 33
I have no idea how the fuck I caught that.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run with Chubb. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Hunt. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you
Probably wouldn't have enough to buy that shit anyways.
Already thinking ahead is all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is no good. He missed it. Not
Damn
a good start
it.
here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they're coming off a 3.
I don't fucking know. Told you, Luke.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Landry. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Shit!
Double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down, it's Cook again. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is out of bounds.
Yeah, 5 years from now when the PS6 comes out.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Play action now. Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Left side, Cook. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run. Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Handoff comes to Chubb. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots.
Chubb fumbled it, and this belongs to the Vikings. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
He said, "Get fucked, Dallas."
To KJ Osborne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pass in backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Damn, Luke.
Linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards
Because
to loss, and now
Jedi
3rd
is a
and
fan of
12.
him too.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Vikings on 3rd down.
Because Jedi was making
Their
fun of
troubles
Luke's
just
team,
1 for
but
6.
then Luke was
This is
making fun of
3rd
his.
down and 12. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Rolling to his right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way,
At least he said, fuck the Steelers. He said, go Kansas City. Fuck the Steelers.
That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
Only reason I would want the Steelers to win is because I don't want to see the Kansas City make it to the Super Bowl again.
Good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have the Vikings first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue.
Oh boy, the Canadians at it now.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. to the ground. Cook. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
From the red zone
David.
now, Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, your ass hasn't been on in a while either.
For it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a... Capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. He'll buy some time right. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Chubb able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Chubb again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Because of work, Captain Elite.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point
So
lead.
basically, back at playing wasn't even to watch the games this weekend. No, he specifically said that he wasn't planning on watching them this weekend. But none of them really interested in him.
Touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about
He made Becca get off 2 hours early yesterday.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like
For the
on
game.
sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And you scored
It wouldn't be that
points.
hard.
It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first.
All
and
you'd have to
10.
do is put one in his fucking room.
Now we give to Madison. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
That way, Becca doesn't want to watch it. He doesn't have to watch it.
That's going to bring up second and 11.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Shut up, Luke. You're deep throating like a million wieners like last week.
So
You kept shoving him down your throat.
From Browns territory now. at the 44-yard line.
Because he had wieners for dinner.
Play fake. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On the handoff, it's Madison. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Cousins now from the 50. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he... Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he completes it to Westbrook. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Cousins again. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Joseph's got it. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He spots Landry, who makes a really nice. He's over 100 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a very even. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up a throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this one is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
62 yards for him on the ground now.
Or run, bitch.
Terrific here this afternoon.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football on this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. McKenzie. Alexander with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
2nd down at 4. Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. To throw, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The kick by Joseph is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the point. So that one will be accepted. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another carry now for Madison. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Cousins now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point split will take a 7-point lead. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Trying the power game with Ham, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Not only another first.
I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles. Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally get him down.
God damn it, look, this is one of my fucking worst career games. Holy shit.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5
Down by
interceptions,
fucking
what does
50,
this do to the psyche
14.
of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because
what are you playing Madden now with?
If he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins will get that to a near.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into.
Luke, are you playing Madden?
Really try and put the hammer down and finish this
There you
one
are.
off.
2nd and 10.
Bullshit.
On play action, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. This goes out wide from Madison, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Joseph's got it. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet. but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. Past the 20.
I do not know how the hell that happened.
Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 77 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing is Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Ooh, don't lose. I said don't lose.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
And here's
Fuck.
another interception. Picked off here, the 32.
News I threw it as fuck.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
Come
9 yards,
on.
and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. They go play action. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But again, after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Anthony Walker, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Cleveland offense making their way out. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll look to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Running for it, here's Chubb. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Cousins. To Jefferson on the slant.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Really trying
From
to.
the shotgun,
It's comeback.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their
About
manual and
that.
see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And again, it's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 5. A minute 35 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on
Yes, you
every
do.
week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Handoff comes to Chubb. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
A give. This is Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A run for Nick Chubb. Bust through the tackle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew,
salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta pay my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my city.